And welcome to Car Con Carne. I'm James Van Osdell, and Car Con Carne is presented by Alex Ross Art. Anyone who has ever picked up a comic book or graphic novel knows who Alex Ross is. He is the best. His photorealistic way of painting and bringing these characters to life looks like photography. He is just so incredible, and his website, alexrossart.com, gives you great examples of that. You can see all the cool stuff he's done, and you can also buy stuff. Rarities, limited edition, original pieces, alexrossart.com. Car Con Carne is also sponsored by this book. It is 90 Days in the 90s. Look, it moves. 90 Days in the 90s, written by Andy Fry. There he is, Andy Fry. It is a time travel story, a trip back in time to Chicago in the 1990s. Pretty cool decade. Lots of stuff happened. Lots of cool music. And the lead character, Darby, she's a record store owner in Chicago. She gets to go back to the 90s. Was life simpler and better then? Maybe. And she has to figure out whether or not she wants to come back to the 21st century. Get your copy on Amazon or 90daysinthe90s.com. Car Con Carne also sponsored by Easy Automation, easy-automation.net. Are you a homeowner? Are you ready for a truly smart home? Doesn't the idea of minimizing your energy usage while maximizing your comfort sound awesome? Easy Automation will help you find the customized solution that's right for you. Their team has 30 years of collective experience in the industry and will tailor a service package that fits your lifestyle and needs. Get a quote. Visit easy-automation.net or call 630-730-3728, 630-730-3728. So Cultivate is the first ever 3-day cannabis music festival, and it's coming up August 25th through August 27th. The event will be at the Nursery, a cutting-edge venue by the Green Line stop at 1800 West Lake Street. Festival creator Louie Mendicino joins me. Lovely to see you again. And I want to talk all about Cultivate. We are right across the street from Cigars and Stripes in Berwyn. Now, you are a managing partner of Cobra Lounge. We could have very easily met there. You actually said, no, let's go to Cigars and Stripes.
Yeah. Look, Cobra Lounge is, I mean, it's my heart and soul is in that place, and they're my favorite people in the world, and I love it. And you and I have done a couple of these together at this point. And one of them was definitely at Cobra Lounge. And, you know, I'll be frank. I couldn't be at work anymore today. And then this is closer to my house. I'm tired.
I totally get it. When you're done for the day, you're done. You need to check out. And you chose a great place. I haven't been here in a couple of years.
Best wings I've ever had in my entire life.
Well, when we were setting this up, you said that, and that's a strong statement.
I stand by it.
In a city full, or greater metro area full of awesome wings, best wings.
And Cobra's right there on their heels. And you know, I'm not taking anything away from our wings at Cobra, but this guy, his menu has 4 things on it. And his wings are, he's got a competition smoker in the back. His name is Ronnie.
I saw that.
He's unbelievable. And actually, I wasn't going to do this, but I've got a really weird quirk. And I wear latex gloves when I eat wings.
That's not a weird quirk. That's actually kind of genius.
Thank you for saying that, because I've been accosted for this in my past.
Because wings are a contact sport.
Well, I brought you a pair.
Thank you. You are about to change the game for me.
Damn right I am.
How did I never think of this?
We're changing games. That's the whole point.
Rubber gloves for wings.
I'm telling you, you just throw the wing away, you throw the glove away, and you're done. That's it. You walk away.
Because most of the time when you eat wings, you need to hose off afterwards.
Correct. I've moved past that. I've evolved.
You are a food scholar.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, it's funny. I knew we were going to have wings. I thought, well, this is going to be sloppy on camera.
And fuck sloppy.
I've got baby wipes in the back seat, but I know they're not going to do the job. I'm ecstatic now.
Thank you.
So no, not a weird quirk. In fact, this is a trend you're about to set. I hope. So let's see the wings. Here, I'll take the rubber gloves.
Yeah, there you go.
This is awesome.
So we also got the infamous Tijuana dogs that he makes. This is a smoked hot dog on a tortilla with a serrano pepper, some pico de gallo. This is a little crazy. Be careful with that serrano, man. Sometimes it's a monster, you know. So I got us a couple of these Tijuana dogs.
That's amazing. So this place was packed.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that these are ridiculous. I would say that it's they're bacon wrapped as well, because why not?
Because why not?
Yeah, should we just start there?
Yeah, let's start with the
Before we
Tijuana
get to
Dogs.
the wings? All right, I'm going to go
I'm
ahead
going
and
to plug in this thing. But yeah, so we're here on a Wednesday night recording. I walked in, I'm like, oh my God, there's no room to move.
You know, this is Berwyn. First off, the food is phenomenal. So, and then that's why. And then also, you know, man, just go gloves for the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I'm going gloves for the whole thing. This looks amazing.
It's unbelievable. So, you know, first off, it's Berwyn, so it's not like we're in Fulton Market District where there's a restaurant every 10 feet. But when you got a good product, people will travel for it, and they show up for this guy. I mean, his wings, I would stack him against any wings out there. And this Tijuana Dog is something special too.
I'm not going to stop raving about this rubber glove concept.
Right? Thank you. That means a lot to me, because it's something that, honestly, and she's going to kill me if I don't give her credit for it, but my future wife, Brittany, is actually the one who turned me on to this concept, and I've never looked back. And
She's
to be honest,
genius.
this is the first time that I've admitted that it's her idea and not mine. So there you go, Brittany.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm. And my hands are filthy. I don't care.
Clean. Doesn't matter.
Don't care. Let's talk about Cultivate.
Yeah, let's talk about Cultivate.
So, recreational cannabis became legal in Illinois in January of 2020. How soon before did you have the idea to do this 3-day festival, this 3-day cannabis culture festival in Chicago?
So, I own and am partners in a couple of different companies that are defined by the festival industry. One is a concessions company. We run concessions for some of the major festivals around town. Another one is a production company, and we build festivals around town. So we're heavily affiliated in this festival world. And to be frank, we've been making rich people very rich for a very long time. So, you know, my partner and I, Mike Neary, decided that we needed to kind of step out and take a shot at this thing. So we started looking at things that we love. Mm-hmm. The weed thing, that was an obvious one. And then we started looking at market voids and trying to determine where we could essentially step in and fill that market void.
Sure.
And you know,
that's the secret of entrepreneurship.
Essentially, yeah.
Filling a need.
Right. And look, the idea here is that cannabis is something to be celebrated. The fact that it is now legal and recreational, and the fact that there are a bunch of people that are making a living in this industry, and it's being curated and crafted by so many different facets of society, for that to go unacknowledged, I think, is a disservice to our culture, right? And there's also this facade around the cannabis industry, and it's very disconnected. It's not personified at all. So this is really an opportunity to bridge that gap between the industry and the consumer via music, and actually show that a lot of these people in this cannabis industry that are making a living doing this are our neighbors. They're our friends. This isn't, you know, completely built and funded by some bigwig fat cat Wall Street motherfuckers. This is people that are trying to carve a living out for themselves and providing something for everybody in a very safe way that I think we need as a society. Because let's make no mistake about it, I have made my living on getting people drunk. And I'm not saying that getting drunk is a bad thing. I'm not trying to take that away from the booze. But there is something to be said about the way that cannabis as a plant and as a culture is relevant in terms of how we release and how we party and how we, you know, experience the world. And I think that that's what this is. This is an opportunity to show the world that, hey, this isn't some big demon and some cloak and dagger industry, you know?
Yeah, well, it's funny, along those lines, cannabis, recreational cannabis was made legal in 2020. The world didn't stop. Like, for those who didn't consume cannabis, nothing felt different. Like,
correct.
The demonizing of cannabis was just so over the top, and everything was pretty much the same as it was before.
Yeah, right. We didn't, you know, fall into the reefer madness, right? Like, it is pretty much the same as it was before, except now there's probably even less to be, scared of because it's so dialed. It's so finite. And you can go in. Look, full disclosure, I smoked weed all throughout my high school years and into college, and then I had this really long hiatus from it because it got too strong for me. Mm-hmm. And I miss that 90s weed, right? That weed that might have a seed in it and a couple of stems, and it doesn't, and you can smoke it all day and it doesn't get you stupid high, right? Like, where's that weed? and I went to a dispensary when they finally opened, and I said those exact words. I was like, where's the 90s weed? Where's the Reggies? Where's the shit that I'm not going to feel like I'm sinking into a couch after I smoke one hit? And I kind of got dialed in a way that lets me use it, that like I'm old now, my knees hurt, right? So I don't want them to. And I found my dialed formula where my knees feel good. I feel just high enough to where I stop thinking about all the bullshit in my life, and I feel great.
All right, so Cultivate again, August 25th through the 27th. I guess we'll focus on the music. I have so many questions for you. This is a stacked 3-day affair. Friday, it is Crumb, Andy Frasco and the UN, Lucky Boys Confusion, Murphy's Law, Max Sabbath. Is this the biggest show Max Sabbath has ever played?
I don't think so, man. I don't know. We don't even know how big this show's going to be yet. People need to buy tickets for it to be a big show. It's in a big space, so we'll see what happens there. But, I mean, Max Sabbath, how do I not put them on the Stoner Show?
For those who don't know, Max Sabbath, this is a Black Sabbath cover band dressed like the McDonaldland characters.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, the elevator pitch to destroy all other elevator pitches. That's it. Also, Otnes, I believe that's how you pronounce it, formerly Emily Blue, former Chicago artist on the bill. The only U.S. performance from Graveyard is happening on Saturday the 26th. Oh, my God. Also, the Pharcyde, Black Lips, Brent Bjork, The Goddamn Gallows, Dry Reef, and OUX? We.
I think. I don't know. I've only seen it on paper. I don't really know how to pronounce it either. I'm excited for them, though. They're great.
And then there's Sunday.
Jizza, yeah, from the Wu-Tang. He's doing Liquid Swords in its entirety with a live band, and that's going to be really cool. That's going to be something special.
And can you do a cannabis culture festival without a Marley?
No,
you can't.
Especially not the best one. Julian, no offense to your brothers, Julian, but we're excited for Julian.
Julian Marley on Sunday. Earthless. Fishbone. I just saw them at Bottom Lounge like a year or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
They still have it.
They have it for sure.
Afroman, of course.
Yeah, I mean that was a layup.
Crombies, Highball Holiday, and a special appearance from Vic Mensa.
Yeah.
And there's more to Vic Mensa.
Yeah, Vic Mensa is partners in a company called 93 Boys, which is the premier black-owned cultivator in Illinois. And I hope I got all that right. I might not have. I've been having a lot of conversations about businesses in the cannabis realm. I've learned so much.
I bet you have.
I've learned so much since I started this thing. I was just some asshole that knows how to put together a festival, and I had this idea, and then I brought on a friend. His name's Dom Brown, to help me kind of bridge the gap into the cultural space and the sponsor space, as well as my friend Nick Marzullo and Scott Kramer. They've all kind of helped me and guided me through the process of the individual, businesses within the cannabis realm. Mm-hmm. And it was like a crash course. I feel like I just went to cannabis college.
You basically did.
I basically did. And the show hasn't even happened yet.
So it's $99 for a 3-day pass. Mm-hmm. That seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it is.
Okay, so we agree. That's an amazing deal. Yep. This show, I just told you all the artists. It's happening the weekend of the 25th, 26th, and 27th. I want to talk more about that, but you promised the best wings in the area. Let's do this.
Let's get it.
I don't know why we're wasting time.
Yeah, we really shit the bed on that, didn't we? All right, so I don't know how to do this eloquently.
I don't think there is a way.
I mean, our hands are going to be clean. Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick shot of this.
Yep.
It smells great.
They've got a great smoke on it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's special. So I am going to take a flat and a wing. That's blue cheese. I don't know if you're into it.
I love blue cheese.
So you're going to take this plate, and my recommendation here is you hit them with a little bit of lime. Okay? And
take more. I only need a couple.
Yeah, me too. These are your problem now. And then what I do, this one's got some heat to it, the darker one.
Okay.
What I do is I put the basic hot sauce on it, and then I put a little bit of the sweet pea sauce on it, which is that one there. That's the bottle that I got.
Okay, right. Okay, so this is the hot one?
This is like a almost like a buffalo.
Wait, aren't they already hot? Why am I putting sauce on them?
No, they're just smoked, man.
Okay.
The sauce is where it's at.
Got it.
Yeah, you want to put sauce on both of them. So I usually mix the sweet pea and the hot one. And then if you want like an extra kick, you can go ahead and mess with that one.
I feel forewarned on that.
It's not like the top tier one. He's got one that'll just put you down.
We don't want that on camera.
I do, though.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it. I love the way these are smoked. That has some real flavor.
It's all about the smoke.
Oh my God.
It's all about the seasoning and the smoke. There's a lot of care in that wing.
There's
a lot of love in that wing.
I'm trying to eat slow because I know, left to my own devices, I would just devour this.
Murder it, man. Go after it.
That's good.
Right? It's got the little vinegar pop, and it's got like just like a touch of heat behind it. Mm-hmm. The acid from the lime really brings out a lot of the smoke flavor. And the smoke flavor is just subtle, and it hangs in the background. I mean, these wings are special.
Oh, you know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Oh, my God, dude. And I would feel absolutely self-conscious. Not that I shouldn't with my, wing sauce on my beard right now, but I'd feel absolutely self-conscious if not for these gloves.
I feel like it's a gift that I just gave you. And
it is.
I feel really good about that. If nothing else goes well for me this year, I gave you the gift of the glove.
I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to stock up on this shit.
Or
Restaurant Depot.
Make sure they're powderless. Don't fuck that up. Mm-hmm. That'd be a problem.
All right, let's talk about the venue. Because that to me was the big question mark about Cultivate, because it was unfamiliar.
So the venue is... Essentially, it's not a venue. We're turning it into a venue. It's an old landscaping lot.
Okay.
And it's like
exactly where it is.
It's a 70,000 square foot lot right along the L tracks with a building attached to it. And the building is going to be our production offices, our artist compound, box office. And then we're essentially coming in and we're building this event the same way that you would in any Chicago Park District park, but we're doing it on this private piece of land. For a number of reasons, it's cost effective. It's in the right neighborhood. It's a really cool location. The stage is going to be, framed out by the skyline, and then the trains are going to run by as the event's going on. They never go by too fast, so the audio is able to overcome them. But it's a really cool like urban feel and look,
right.
and
as it should be.
And it's right next to United Center, so it's a comfortable place for people.
People
to
know
get
how
to.
to get there.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. To be clear, I'm single dunking this.
Get weird, man. I'm not.
I don't get weird. I want you to have blue cheese too.
I'm not a blue cheese guy.
Oh, you did that for me?
That was for you, bud.
I won't forget you.
It's friendship.
That is. All right, I got to set this down because that is too much of a high wire act for me right now. All right, so it wasn't enough work to put this together, just booking artists, creating a new venue for it. Well, this is an undertaking.
It is an undertaking, and to be honest, it's it's not something that we plan on doing one and done. I mean, if I did, look, this is a first year festival. I'm gonna lose my shirt on this show. There's no question. It's already slated that way, but we always knew that was going to be the case. The idea, and we're not wealthy people. We're making our way. We're making a name for ourselves. And to do that, you got to take some risk, and you have to put yourself out there.
Someone had to do this. What you're doing was inevitable. Mm-hmm. And why not be the first person? Because this will only grow. I mean,
and why not be independent? I mean, I think that was really one of the big things here is we're not a Live Nation. We're not, a big, huge corporate dispensary with a ton of money behind us. We're just a couple of dudes that like this, industry, and we like this culture, and we like this event concept, so we're going for it. And
it's something new for Chicago.
Right. And
it's a cultural thing for the city.
Correct. And the idea here is to plant a flag that, we can further next year and the year after. I mean,
Exactly.
the idea is to build a brand here.
Right.
And something that people know and recognize and trust. And that's what we're really after.
Riot Fest didn't start in Humboldt. It didn't start at Douglas Park.
No, and even after it did, it still took forever to grow to the largest independent music festival in the nation.
Right.
And that's what it is.
This is the first year. And you're going into it eyes wide open, which you've been around long enough to know exactly what to expect from the first year. But I think people who go, $99 for a 3-day pass, the artists I mentioned, vendors, and because of the way the law works, as far as actual THC cannabis goes, you're doing shuttle buses to dispensaries. That makes sense.
Yeah, you can't sell it on site,
Right.
and technically, you can't openly consume it because it's a public place of assembly. So when people ask, like, "Hey, can I bring weed and can we consume there?" My answer is always the same. There's shuttle buses to the dispensary and back to the event, and our prohibited items list includes weapons, illegal narcotics, hypercolor T-shirts from the '90s, and a number of other novelties, and that's it. So make of that what you will, right?
Oddly specific, but important.
Yep, it's super important.
Super.
I don't want to see your purple pits.
No. Oh, my God, no.
Remember that? Or that mess?
I do. So here's the hardest question I'm going to ask you. For someone who doesn't consume cannabis, will this be a good time for them?
Oh, absolutely. This isn't about elitism. This isn't about having to be a cannabis user to enjoy facets of this culture, because that's the point. It's about bridging those gaps. The music doesn't have to be synonymous with inhaling marijuana smoke, because it's not. You can enjoy Graveyard whether you're high or not. So it's able to differentiate and cross boundaries in that.
I love that. Okay, so the 25th through 27th, it's coming up. It is Cultivate Festival. To buy tickets, to buy 3-day passes, where are people going?
ChicagoCultivate.com.
ChicagoCultivate.com.
Yep.
Also,
you can also buy a single day pass, $49.
I mean, honestly,
I know.
we've all seen what ticket prices are out there in the universe.
They're outrageous. We wanted to make this affordable. We wanted to make this accessible, and that's what we did.
And again, not that there are people just tuning in. If they made it this far, they've already heard it. But Crumb, Graveyard, The Pharcyde, Julian Marley, Fishbone, Vic Mensa is showing up.
Yep.
I mean, that is just scratching the surface. Mac fucking Sabbath.
I know. I'm really excited about. Look, some of this is my first festival, top to bottom. So I obviously had a little bit of a wish list because you know what, I'm eating the cost on this thing, so I felt like I deserved it. Graveyard was a really hard get. We had to fly them all in from Sweden for this, and I'm extremely excited for those guys. Earthless, and look, some of my dear friends that work with me all season long, and they're some of my best friends in the world. My buddy Jake Cronin, Earthless is one of his favorite bands, so that one was for Jake, and Gina, Gina is a huge Graveyard fan, so I leaned into that one a little bit harder because of how much she loves Graveyard. So this is about us too,
Absolutely.
And it should.
If you can't enjoy yourself, what's the point?
Right.
What's the point?
Well, I do a lot of shit that I don't enjoy, but this isn't going to be one of them.
I love it. I'm excited for what Cultivate is, and more specifically, what it's going to become. This is just year one.
It's just year one.
And who doesn't? I mean, is there anything more hipster than being there on the ground floor for something and being able to say you were there?
Right. I heard it first.
Yeah, 10 years from now. Oh, that's cool that you're into Cultivate. I was there that first year on Lake Street.
Yep.
Big deal. I saw Graveyard.
Yep. That's what we're going for.
This is it. Cultivate. It is happening soon. That is Louie Mendicino, who put this whole thing together. It's going to be awesome. Get your tickets, $99 for 3 days of music. Easy to get to, like we said, not far from the United Center. You know how to get there, and we will see you there.
And more importantly, wear gloves when you eat wings, people.
I'm never going back. I'm never going back.
I would hope not.
Never. Thank you, Louie.
Thank you.